Hi there. So I wanted to do a few little videos for breathing practices through yoga. So at the moment, this is April 2020, and we are in the middle of the COVID-19 coronavirus outbreak around the world. So I've been doing some yoga classes of a morning for our physical practice, 30 minutes each day, for you to join in with me. But our breathing practice in yoga is really important, and right now, with a lot of anxiety building around people and around the world, being able to really tune into our breath is a really great practice to help bring anxiety levels down and really connect with what's real right here, right now, with you personally. So I'm going to be popping a few of these little videos on. But the first one I wanted to start with is just the natural breath. So there's nothing you need to try and control or try and do. It's really just bringing awareness to your natural breath. Now, when we start to go deep inside ourselves, it can start to stir some little emotions. So often people who suffer with depression, like clinical depression, this practice may not be beneficial for them because it might actually start to make you feel like a little bit, enclosed. But certainly for those of you that suffer with anxiety, certainly this breath can really help you. So the most important thing about our breathing practice is to have a nice straight spine. So with our natural breath, you can actually take this lying down. So you can be laying on the floor, or you can be laying on your bed or on the sofa. Just a nice comfortable position, the spine extended. However, if you want to include this in a meditation practice, bringing yourself to a nice comfortable seated position is the best. So you can sit in a chair, you can sit in a straight back chair, like a dining room chair, not a sort of a soft, comfy, watch the TV chair, because you just end up slouching down. But we've got a straight back dining room chair with both feet firmly on the floor, legs uncrossed, and hands just resting on the knees. It's a nice position, and you've got some back support there as well, particularly if you're not comfortable sat on the floor with crossed legs. Or you can sit with your back against the wall. If you want to sit on the floor, you can bring your back against the wall. For those of you who are a little bit more open in the hips, then you can come down onto the floor, you can sit in a comfortable, easy cross-leg position. But just one thing to be aware of here is at times we start to, particularly when we're coming to our breath for a few minutes and this starts to happen, we start to slump down. So we don't want that. We want the energy flow to be open and fluid. We want the energy to have that space to move around the body. So if you are sat on the floor, I'm actually sat on a little rolled up yoga blanket. It's actually a little rolled up blanket I brought back from India when I went to practice my yoga there. So I've just rolled that up just to give my hips a little lift. So wherever you are now, just come to find a nice comfortable position. Just close the eyes. Just close the eyes. So the natural breath. So yeah, just be cautious if you suffer with depression, but for a benefit, this helps you strengthen the nervous system, helps with respiratory problems, helps with a controlling of high blood pressure, helps with controlling of migraines and vertigo. Just helps calm the mind, and this is like really good for calming anxiety. So we are sitting nice and long, and this might take 10 minutes or so. So eyes are closed, hands are relaxed, and on the thighs or on the knees. And I'm going to keep my eyes closed throughout this. You don't need to see me anyway. I'm not looking at you, you're not looking at me. We're just on our own. Just take a few breaths in and out through the nose. So with the majority of our breathing through our yoga practice, we want to breathe in and out through the nose. Now, a lot of time we get into the habit of breathing in through the nose and out through the mouth, but we don't really want that right now. However, this is your natural breath, so we don't want to take any control. We just want to observe. So There's no control, there's no force, there's no judgment. Just observing the natural breath. So taking your awareness to the rim of your nostrils. And just noticing the flow of the breath as you inhale. So you might feel a coolness around the nostrils as you inhale. And then the warmth through the nasal passages as you exhale. So breathing in coolness of the air. Breathing out warmth of the breath. Just notice how that feels. Just feel the sensation. And start to follow that inhale in through the nose, around the nostrils and nasal passages. And then follow it as the breath falls down into the back of the throat. And then follow that breath back out again. And following the breath in, coolness of the air through the nostrils, nasal passages, down into the back of the throat. And follow the breath as it drops down into the lungs. And follow the breath back out again. And just start to observe all the details of your natural breath. So noticing the length of your inhale and the length of your exhale. Noticing if your inhale is the same length as your exhale. Maybe it's shorter, maybe it's longer, maybe inhale and exhale are the same length. There's no right or wrong, there's no judgment, it's just observation. And notice where your breath touches your lungs. You might feel that your breath just drops into the upper part of the lungs. And when you exhale, you might feel that your breath drops a little bit lower around the midsection of the lungs. Before you exhale, you might feel that your breath drops all the way down into the lower part of your lungs. And then you exhale. Notice the little pauses between the inhale and the exhale and the inhale. It might be that on completion of your inhale, you exhale straight away. Or you might inhale and you might pause with the breath for a moment before you exhale. And after that exhale, maybe there's a little pause there before you inhale again. Just an observation. Noticing where your breath touches your lungs. The bottom, middle, top. Noticing any dark areas of the lungs where maybe the breath is a bit reluctant to penetrate. It's just an observation, there's no right or wrong. Notice the parts of the lungs which are really accepting of the breath. Just notice the sensation. Noticing how your body responds to each breath, the parts of your body that move. So if you're taking your breath mainly into the top part of the lungs, you might feel more movement around the chest and the shoulders, collarbones. If you're drawing your breath a little bit deeper, you might feel more movement around the rib cage. And if you're drawing your breath deeper still, you might feel a movement all the way down into the belly. Belly expanding on the inhale, falling back towards the spine on the exhale. Just observing, feeling, noticing. Now you can stay here for as long as you wish, just observing your natural breath. Remember, if you're sitting unsupported, lengthen up through the spine. So you can stay here for another few minutes, 10 minutes, 30 minutes. You can observe this breath for as long as you wish. If you were feeling a little bit anxious, I hope this has helped calm. Just remembering to connect with the here and now, connect with your breath, connect with your body. Don't judge, don't control. But thank you for checking in with the breath. Please stay with your breath for as long as it takes, and I'll catch up with you soon on another video. Thank you.